Hi guys, welcome back to fifth video tutorial of Advanced Java. So now we are actually getting into the actual topics. So far we discussed about the features of Java specific to version like Java's 5 features, 7 features and 8 and 9 features we saw. Uh, Now we are actually getting to the picture which is Advanced Java. So basically, there is no term called advanced Java. So people are calling advanced Java because we are discussing more about advanced topics like developing dynamic web pages or connecting to database. So these type of real-time applications will be developing. So that is the reason people will be calling as advanced Java. But as I mentioned, there is no term called advanced Java. Only we have J2E, which is Java Enterprise Edition. So these are you have to call only you have to mention J2EE, and so this J2EE will tutorials will have the following topics we are going to discuss in future tutorials. The topics will be first we can see how to actually suppose if even if you made a standalone application with the core Java also, and first we can see how actually we can bundle that project. Suppose if you have any project, let me open my Eclipse. Suppose you have this project which is a core Java tutorial. So if you want to bundle this project and if you want to give it to some other person, so we know how to bundle a list of files. Suppose using zip will be using for bundling set of files. Suppose if you have uh, English movies or any type of video tutorials you'll be having. So what if you want to give it to your friend? So what you will do, you will actually use any WinZip or 7zip or something, some compressor softwares, and you'll be using the tool and you'll be compressing that software and giving it to your friend or whoever needs it. And they can actually extract that zip file and they can reuse the files. So that's how we will be using in real time, like compressing and uncompressing the files. So that makes the memory also it will take less, and the other person can easily carry multiple files in a single zip file and they can reuse it. The same way in Java also, if you want to give this project, you can directly give it to by making a zip file. You can give it to the other person, but other person should have the Eclipse also to be installed in his machine. Then only he can able to open this project and he can able to run the particular project. But I don't want the whole project here. I just want one of the file which is a switch statement, or one of the file I just want it. I don't want to hold the project, and I don't want to install the Eclipse also in my machine. But I want this file alone to be fine for me. I don't want the whole project or something, or I just want a few set of files, not all the files. But I don't want to install Eclipse in my machine. I just want to run the programs. I just want to utilize it. Suppose if you write any program with which actually makes uh, interest calculator. So if you are giving some amount and interest rate and all, it will actually calculate the interest rate and how much EMI you have to pay per month. So if you write that kind of program, I just need that program to be run in my machine. So it's fine. I can install the Java alone, but I don't want to install Eclipse and all. I don't want to import project, or I don't know how to do all the steps, and that makes very much confusion for me. I just want to execute the file. Suppose this is the file I just want to execute. So we can able to do the bundle, like how we are doing the multiple files bundling in regular way. Suppose if you have um, let me create multiple files. So you will be having multiple files. What you will be doing, you just doing a zip and just creating a zip, and you'll be giving to your friend, and your friend will actually use this zip file, and he'll extract this all the files, and he can reuse it, right? The same way, um, if you want to make only one file to be passed, then you can directly send that file. But in terms of Java, you can do the same way. Like for the files, if you want to send it for all the Java files and all, you can send it to anyone by making the zip file in the same format, like how we did here. But I don't want this to be a regular bundle like a zip. I just want this project or this class particularly. I just want this bundle to be run in my machine. So I just take that bundle. It should run. Suppose if I take this as a bundle, I just want to run it. I don't want to extract it. I don't want to see the internal details. I just need the functionality. I don't need to do all these things. So which is called as in regular for regular ways we'll be calling as zip. But in terms of Java, if you want to make it any bundle for set of Java classes or Java class files, so the way to do this is using jar. Jar is a format like your zip. You'll be having a zip, right? Dot zip. The similar way, dot jar is a format, and there you can use you can bundle Java related files, and you can give it to the end user or a customer. So what customer will do? They can copy this class to their system. They can directly execute this jar file, and they can get the program output itself. They don't want to see the code at all. They just get the output itself. We can see it in practical how it actually looks like. So how to make a jar, and how to use it and in real time. So we can make the program programmatically. So the first topic will be so topic one will be in J2W. We'll be discussing on working with jar file. So that's the first topic we're going to discuss in J2W. Further, we can see in between some concept comes, then we can inject in between. So the first one will be discussing how to bundle any jar file and how to actually reuse it. The second topic we're going to discuss about the database. So, what is the necessary of having database, and how to what is the benefits you'll be getting with the database. I'm not getting much detail into database, but I'm just giving a brief about database. Uh, like how basic queries and all, like how to insert a query and how to delete a record and how to modify any record. So these kind of very basic queries I'll be giving in this tutorial, because this is not a database tutorial. Because if I take more sessions on database, so we're not able to cover all J2W topics. Let me have minimal explanation on database, so that will be more than enough for you to cover database concepts according to J2W. So the next topic will be database. Here we can see what is database and all, how to what all databases are available in market, and how to use it, and how to achieve our J2W programming. The third topics I will be discussing about how actually Java is interacting with database. So Java with database, so which is called as JDBC, Java Database Connectivity. So I'll give very brief introduction about JDBC and what are the different ways we have already available to make database connectivity and all. We can see it here. The next step, different ways of creating JDBC drivers. The next we'll be discussing about we can install some database, and we can practically see how actually how actually looks like the database and all, how the records will be there inside a database. We can see it there in fifth step. The next we'll be discussing how we can actually integrate any web application with the this database program. Suppose if you write any program, so what are the different ways of writing a web application using J2EE topics? So here I'll be discussing few about the basic HTML, CSS and all, CSS or JavaScript. So I'll give very brief about that, not very much detail, because we need to have minimum knowledge on this. So I'll give as much as required here. The next we'll be discussing about how to write a servlet. So these are all part of web development. I'm just giving lines. So how to develop a servlet and what is the benefits of using servlets and all. Then we can see MVC architecture. So MVC architecture, how actually we can write an MVC based architecture, and we can see JSPs. So what is a JSP, how to use it, and different ways of writing JSP pages and all. Here we can see. So these are all the major topics I can say, like these are all the topics we're going to cover. We can start from the next video tutorial for each topic one by one. Thanks.